This video will probably just be mostly a yap session about something I thought up in the heat of the moment. Yeah, I was pretty mad watching watching the Xbox Gamescom live on YouTube, and I was reading the chat. Um, so this video feels random. That's exactly why, because it was very spur of the moment. And I get that YouTube chat isn't like the most level-headed spot to find intelligent conversation. Uh, it's like 90% of the time it's people who whine about woke shit in video games and people who type like they just learned how to read. But that's how it is sometimes. Sometimes you read something so fucking stupid that you just have to speak on it. There's one thing I did realize while reading this live chat that reads like the text equivalent of a bar fight, and it's holy shit. People do not like branching out and playing new games. Um, And while this video is mainly set off by a specific segment of the Xbox Gamescom booth where they were talking about the Invincible fighting game and going into understandable detail about character specific stuff, because it's a fighting game, they need to be fucking specific about it. Um, the people who play fighting games are an actual whole breed of different people. They're people who are actually made in a lab to play Soul Bad Guy in a nasty type of way. That's all I'm saying. Um, now, I'll read out the specific comment that I read because I had to take a screenshot of it. It reads, "So why would we pay $70 full price when we have Mortal Kombat already with Omni Man?" No, it says so. Okay, no. I'm sorry. That was too correct. It says why, comma would we would pay full $70 full price when we have Mortal Kombat already with Omni Man. Now, to the person who typed this, we're gonna kill you. Just kidding. Just kidding. Um, but no. To be fair, that one section about the $70 price point is very valid. I actually don't even know the price of the game. It could be less than that, but if it was 70, that's very valid because games are their highest price point currently. That's not really what this video is about. It's about specifically where it's mentioned that why would they play the game when Mortal Kombat exists? It's just a general lack of willingness to want to try anything new or experience anything like different. And this was the general like idea of the chat that I saw, just like all together. It was just like a bunch of people complaining, whining, going like, "This looks bad. I have Mortal Kombat to play. Why would I play Mortal Kombat? Or why would I play this game when Mortal Kombat has Omni Man? Stuff like that." So I guess I never really realized how okay people were with just simply sticking to one thing. Um, I just don't understand it because specifically the genre of fighting games it's simply just so diverse that it doesn't really make sense to me as like not wanting to try others. Um, and it's also very funny to do that with Mortal Kombat of all games to me. Um, like you could try other games like Guilty Gear, Marvel vs. Capcom, Blaze Blue, Under Night and Birth. And if you don't necessarily appreciate like a pure anime aesthetic, um, you can play others like Street Fighter, Tekken, Virtua Fighter, and some. There's also like platform fighters, arena fighters, but those aren't very like good. Um, and also those ones kind of do generally have an anime aesthetic, but whatever. I just kind of tack that on because it's just, and I like it's one of the specific subsets of fighting games that I thought of. Um, yeah, some and of course like Street Fighter, Virtua Fighter, King of Fighters, um, and stuff. They aren't like they have their anime inspired visuals, but it's probably easier to stomach for somebody who's a bit whiny about that, and just kind of generally dislikes that aesthetic. Um, Now honestly, Mortal Kombat isn't like that bad. Um, like it's decent. But only playing Mortal Kombat to me is like it's like going to like a fast food place getting like a pretty good meal there because it's like fast food, it hits the spot. But then refusing to try literally anything else because that one decent meal was good enough for you. Anyway, yes, I am saying that Mortal Kombat is the Burger King of fighting games, um, because it's true. It's just true. Thinking about the lack of branching out also got me to like extend my thinking into other genres as well. Um, because to be fair, unwillingness to play new games extends to literally every genre. It's not just fighting games. Just fighting games is what I thought of first because the original stream was about a fighting game. The first thing that comes to mind is of general gaming, especially as of recent. Is what Expedition 33 did to the general discussion of the genre of RPGs. Um, I'd also like to preface that Expedition 33 is absolutely incredible, and it's probably in my top 10 games of all time. Um, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the discussion surrounding it, and it's really bad. A lot of people hoist up the game on a pedestal, saying it's like the only good RPG because it doesn't have an old system with boring combat. And yeah, I can see the value in it being a bit more palatable um, to people who may not really prefer RPGs. Um, but you're hoisting it up as something that is an exception and not the norm. Um, there's plenty of other great RPGs with very fun combat and very engaging combat. And I think just writing off a whole ass genre because it goes like maybe you played like one game and it didn't like stick with you. I think that's a little silly. Um, and it's how you lose out experiencing some of the most incredible games of all time. Years and years ago, I also stuck to like one or maybe like two games, and I don't think the me of then would have been okay with branching out and trying like a lot of the stuff that I like now. Um, like as of right now, I like my favorite games of all time are like Persona 3, Dark Souls 3, Neo, The World Ends With You, Bloodborne, The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and I don't think that if um, I don't think that a while back I would have actually have been open to trying out those games. Um, but yeah, all incredible games. I'm absolutely just obsessed with it. Um, also, I do think that a lot of the closing yourself off from like new shit, it kind of stems from how a lot of the general audiences consume art nowadays, where everything needs to have like instant gratification, be as clear and digestible as possible. Um, and I think these general trends with the types of things people like stem from like short form content, and I think that's pretty damn harmful. Like I saw a tweet the other day where it essentially said that they couldn't understand Breaking Bad, and that it was because the show was too old. Like I don't think you can say that a show is too old to enjoy, like as if it was like a fucking like janky video game, like a janky old video game. Um, and also speaking of old games, it's those are also like a major like victim of unwillingness to like try to delve into them. Um, a lot of people just like look at it and go, "Oh, it's old. Why would I do it? Why would I play it?" But something can be old and bad, just as something can be old and good. Like I said, um, sometimes some things just aren't the exception. Sometimes things are the norm. And yeah, no, there's plenty of amazing old games. There's plenty of bad old games. Like I, it's like any other game. Um, but yeah, there are genuine new experiences that a lot of people miss out on with like wonderful stories, gameplay, music, and characters in every single genre. And sometimes stuff isn't the exception, but it can also be the norm. So bottom line, do new stuff, and this makes me want to actually finish my backlog. Speaking of, let's see how long my backlog is. Oh shit, I gotta play the video games I bought. Fuck. God damn.